What's up, guys? Welcome back. My name is Rusty. Welcome back to another video. We are back working on this rebuild of the Volvo 2019 Volvo semi-truck. As you guys can tell, we have the front end taken apart. If you guys watched my previous videos, I advise you guys to watch all the parts. We have disconnected the cab. Everything's disconnected from it. It's ready to get lifted off and placed somewhere. And we still haven't found a new cab, but you know, little by little, the next step is that we're going to be doing right now. We have this bar right here. We need to connect this bar right here in the front because we're going to be working on the suspension. We need to take this whole front axle off. There's broken leaf springs, bent leaf springs, and some bent linkages and stuff like that. We're going to have to we're going to reinforce this part, pick this up, and place it on these blocks right here, whatever they're called. And when we have everything lifted off, we can start unscrewing the front suspension, taking everything off, and you know, we'll go from there. Alright, we installed this bar right here, and we also installed these hooks on both sides because we're going to be using these to lift up the semi and put it on blocks. So this is up in the air slightly, so we have room to unscrew these tires and leaf springs, and we're actually going to leave the front axle right there. We're actually not even going to unscrew the air brake chambers because the axle is good. So yeah, next step, we're gonna be moving this trailer, taking off this cab. We'll just fast forward it for you guys, and moving the semi about a foot this way because there's not enough room on this side, and then lifting the front end, and we'll be working on the front suspension. So we got it lifted up on these blocks, and it's gonna be here for a while like this, and it's pretty secure. It's not gonna go anywhere. So we got these leaf springs right here that we need to take off. All of these bolts are bent. All of these bolts right here are bent. And you know what this, guys? You know what this is right here? This is a sway bar link in a semi-truck. Yes, a sway bar link. If you guys didn't know, sway bar links do not come on semi-trucks, I guess, except this one. But I guess this is the new body style system. I mean, the sway bars like this. I have a cracked bracket right here, which I'm gonna need a new one. It just unbolts right here. Since this one's already broken, I'm gonna go on the other side and unscrew that one, so this just flops down. We don't even have to touch this. This doesn't look bent. Well, actually, I don't know, maybe it is bent. We'll see. We're gonna put it to the side and see what happens. The shocks we're gonna change either way, even if they are not leaking. They look like they're bowed out a little bit like this, so we're gonna go ahead and change that. This axle itself is good. We have these drums. We're going to put these drums right here on both sides, and then we're going to lower the axle onto it when we're unscrewing these leaf springs and these bolts, so it just lays down straight onto this. And so we have the suspension separated. I just don't want it to roll, so we're gonna go ahead and tighten some of these bolts so this drum doesn't roll. And we're not even gonna unscrew these brake chambers because it's not damaged. Why would I unscrew it? Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that these wheels that was on my semi truck, they are temporary wheels. It's not what belongs to the actual truck. What belongs to my truck are these nice chrome wheels. One of them is damaged. I'm just keeping it for now because of, you know, who knows. And then this one is good. I'm just letting you guys know. Everybody was like, why are there some ugly wheels on the truck? These were just temporary wheels. So I'm just gonna show you guys that. And also, I took the batteries out. As you can see, I took the batteries out and we're trickle charging all 4 of the batteries. I'm pretty sure one of them is bad since it was like, you know, kind of lagging when we start, but we'll see. We'll trickle charge them and see if any of them are bad or not. So we're gonna go ahead and get to unscrewing this front axle. So here's my sway bar link, and this is the I thought this one's gonna be good, but I guess not. This is actually flipped over. This is the passenger side one right here, and as you can tell, there's a slight bend right there. The bar itself looks pretty good, and this bar is nice and straight. So this is the driver's side one right here where I unbolted this thing right there. So I'm guessing one of the links right there needs to be replaced. So that's not bad. We're gonna go ahead and put it in my pile of broken parts and keep going. Alright, we got most of the suspension and the steering linkages off. So here's our, here's our steering gearbox or whatever it's called. This one is damaged. Since you guys seen my previous video, this thing moves a lot. So it needs a new one. These are about 350 bucks used for a good condition one. We have a buddy that has a bunch of parts, a bunch of suspension and steering parts. After I take off the leaf springs and everything that is damaged, lower the axle, we're gonna go to him and get all the parts we need. Well, there's one of our front struts, shocks, whatever you want to call them, and as you guys can tell right here, it's damaged. So yeah, and also when you press down on it, it goes all the way up, I mean all the way down, and it doesn't come back up. This thing is toast. But we'll keep the bolts back in there, throw it in our scrap pile right there, and keep going. Alright, we got the front leaf spring off, and we're not really sure if it looks bent or not. So we're going to take the other side off, obviously, and then compare it to this one. And then we're going to go to my buddy's place and compare it to his, just in case. I think they're bent, but we'll see. We'll see. We also got this part right here. This one goes on top right there. It goes on top, and then there's a bolt that's snapped right there. This is the alignment bolt that aligns these leaf springs right there. And this one looks good. Sorry, I can't even see that in the shadow. This one looks good. We're just gonna change this bolt. This should be good. This one's also good, and this is good. So that's not too bad. We have the whole axle just chilling right here. All the brake chambers and stuff like that is exactly where it's gonna be. We're not even gonna take them off because, like I said, we were doing this the easy way, supporting it on these brake drums. And this is also good, the steering connection right here. And we're gonna go over here to the other side and disconnect those bolts and take that leaf spring off. Actually, guys, let me show you how to take these pins from the leaf springs out. So you unbolt this right here, and make sure you get the other side also, which I already did, and then you unbolt this little piece right here. I guess this is the greasing nipple. And you also need a special tool to unscrew this big bolt thing. So we made our own special tool. As you guys can see, it's special. It works though. I mean, sometimes this thing doesn't go, so you put it in a hole like this, and then you twist it, and it unscrews. Sometimes if you need help, you just get a little flathead, separate it slightly so it's a lot easier, and you get your special tool, and then you just unscrew this whole thing out. And that's how you remove the studs for the leaf springs. Alright, so we got the front completely disassembled. and here is our both leaf springs, and we measured it, and sad to say that one of these leaf springs looks bad. This one right here looks bad. Actually from this side, not the passenger side. I was actually surprised. But to double check, we're gonna go ahead and get the other leaf springs and measure everything up to the other leaf springs and make sure that at least one of these are good. But obviously we will confirm. But as you see, guys, we have got pretty much the whole front suspension deleted, and we have just this front axle with the brake chambers and all the air lines still connected because they were still good. Why not? We also got the gearbox off. We're gonna need to go and buy everything, at least a couple $1,000, I think, maybe 1,000. Hopefully, if that guy's nice enough, maybe he'll give me a discount. Who knows? So let's go check on our batteries. We had our batteries trickle charging, see if any of them are good. I doubt it, but hopefully at least 3 are good. So here's our 1, 2, 3 batteries, and here's our 4th one, and we have a load tester right here, and we're gonna make sure that all the batteries are good. So let's go. It says it's good. Pull a load on it. 1, 2, 3. It's good. It's not going to the bad. All right, let's go to the next battery. Battery number 2 looks good. Put a load on it. Looks good, but it says it's weak, so we're gonna keep charging this one, but the battery is good. Let's go to this one. Number 3 looks like it's good, and put a load on it. This one also looks like it's weak, so this one and this one needs more charging. All right, last battery looks like it's charged. Ooh, this one's way weak. Huh. Well, all these seem good except these 3 are kind of weak when you put a load on them. So we're gonna go ahead. This one's good though right here. We're gonna go ahead and trickle charge these a little more and see what happens. All right, here's our forklift. Why we cannot take off the cab. The cab is ready to be taken off the truck. Why we cannot? Because these tires are just slick, and when we go into the dirt, it just gets stuck. Especially when we start lifting up the cab, it's gonna get stuck, and we're gonna have some issues. So we got some tires for it before we lift the cab. We got these tires. I know they're not solid rubber like it's supposed to be for a forklift, but these are like I think 18 ply, or I think the rear ones are 16 ply, but these are very, very tough. Also has it's gonna get installed not by us, by somebody else, because we just, you know, don't have time for it. And this guy is a professional, so we're gonna unbolt these wheels for him. He's gonna install the tires, and we also got 2 more ordered for the front. So these are a lot, you know, beefier, so we can go on the dirt. And that's why, guys, I did not, you know, take off the cab yet, but the cab will be taken off very soon. At least we got a lot of work done on the suspension. Well, at least we got the suspension, that's for sure. My dad's Coronado right here. Everybody's been asking about it, emailing me about the price. This thing is almost done, guys. It's very close to being done. You can see that we got the hood painted, we got the chrome pieces installed. I mean, this thing looks nice. Also, we just, you know, got to get the bumper together, grill supports here and there, get the wiring for the hood done, everything like that. I was gonna do a separate video on this truck explaining where was the damage on this thing, how long my dad took to fix it, everything like that, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that yet. Maybe, we'll see. And this thing is going up for sale for like 80 grand. So if anybody wants it, you know, glider kit. I forgot to tell you guys, we also have a parts 2011 Frightliner Coronado, and this thing's in decent shape. It has 500k miles. The frame is straight. This side of the cab is good. Door, exhaust, gas tank, and the rear end and stuff like that. Just good parts here and there. No more engine, no more dash. But, you know, I'm just gonna show you guys because my dad was like, hey, put this up on YouTube, show some people, you know, maybe somebody's looking for some parts. yeah, so yeah, we got some parts here if you guys need it. That side of the cab is kind of damaged, but still some good parts left. All right, that's it, guys. That's enough for today. Well, this has actually been a couple days for this one episode because I don't know if you guys can tell, it's a lot of work. It doesn't seem like a lot of work on video, but it's a lot of work. Moving this thing, we set it up on its frame. We got the suspension done. The whole suspension is taken apart. We are ready to put the whole new suspension on. Like I said before, the cab is ready to be taken off. Just we do not have the proper wheels for the forklift because it just gets stuck right here. We rather not deal with that and just wait for the other tires to get here. So yeah, we have done a lot of work, and next time I know we're gonna for sure take off the cab, and I'll show you guys all over the frame and show you guys that it's not broken, not cracked. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Stay tuned for the next one. Appreciate it for watching. Deuces.